if I lose this game, there go my chances of staying in the Pro League. All right. Here we go. Okay. We are playing the League Cup semifinal match against Aqua Baby. This is a pretty high stakes match. It's a best of one. We have Black, which is cool. GLHF says Aqua Baby. GLHF Aqua Baby. Let's get into this. Super hype. Okay, we did just play a game against Aqua Baby. In Reverse Royalty. Was that yesterday? No, that was 2 days ago. For the anniversary tourney prelims. I think that was 2 days ago. Might have been yesterday. Time means nothing. No, it was definitely 2 days ago. Okay, I think that we're just gonna open Knight C6. That one, I believe we rolled white, and we ended up taking it. It was a close game. It was really interesting. But it was definitely no walk in the park. He didn't make it easy for me to convert the win out of the mid game. So let's see. To remind everyone, that's really interesting. E4 right off the bat. That's so interesting. Okay. Immediate E4. What does it mean? Ordinarily, I was planning on playing Knight F6. Now, if push and then take, I don't know if I feel fantastic about opening up C7 like that, but it's probably not a big deal, right? Question is, though, do I want to strike back with a pawn push? I mean, we could always play symmetric just to grab space in the center. I don't know. Let's not spend forever on the first move of the game, or the second. Like knight out should be fine. Could also prepare for the Frappuccino. The question is, can we take advantage of this as a weakness? I suppose that this forces him to... You know what? I'm going to go for it. This kind of... I mean, he's got to defend this. Right? I mean, there's the knight here, but if the knight is the only thing defending, then I think we're pretty happy, actually. I don't know. I need to get my brain into reverse royalty mode. Oh, you know what? Wait, no. Because if you take then takes, that's bad. Okay, wait. Actually, I don't want to move this knight. Wow, this knight is here. So I should be careful not to get got by like super simple 5D tactics, right? Because like if like push and then takes and then like bishop out here preps for like a sack here, even when this knight is here, then like bishop here forced recapture is almost dangerous if he has timeline priority, but since he doesn't, I guess it's not that big a deal. There isn't really a follow-up. He's just given us timeline priority and an extra piece, so I don't really have to worry about a bishop sack like that. When there's a knight here, because I can always make it... Because if whatever happens after I take that piece... Oh, defends with the bishop. Interesting. Okay. All right. I think we're just going to prep a Frappuccino. Just to get developed into the mid game without taking too much time. We don't want to spend forever thinking about this, but maybe d6 afterward. Let's see. It's funny how many games against Aqua we have to play today. Yeah, I agree. Um, let's just wait for. Oh, okay. I see. Everybody's talking about the animations. Yeah, animations usually not that big a deal. Yeah. Well, I mean, I say that, but actually, a lot of Jurassic Rooks happen. Famously, the insane game against Tesseract, where I had like the massive Jurassic Rook, um, but I forgot to turn the animations off. That was like disastrous. Okay, here, 100% of the time we just do this. Because now, you know, if for example we were to move the knight, this knight would be hella pinned. There's no fantastic place to move our knight to though. So now there's a bit of a question. It's like, okay, do I wanna get my light square bishop? Do I want to do out my light square bishop? With like a d6. Do I want to take back center control with like a d5 or e5? Sorry. Then again, if push, that's kind of annoying. It's not like this piece can. Then again, there isn't very much. You know what? Let's just play d6. We're just going off instinct. Might not be the worst idea to play like an a6 soon. Soon. Yeah, that famous moment. That was the match where I had like the bathroom emergency, and then like the real estate agent came in, and that was just insane. Yeah, but it was all owing to this guy here. So we'll probably just turn that off for safety. You never know. That's an interesting move. Maybe he read the animations on and he's preparing a Jurassic Rook. Yeah, I guess he doesn't want the knight to hop in, which is fair enough. We can be a little annoying and poke the queen, but I don't think that really does anything. We probably want to develop our common king. Then again, our bishop isn't doing very much, but we have fianchettoed on this side of the board, and he does have e4 played. So a move like this and then f3 feels like it gets us absolutely nowhere. I mean, we could maybe trade, like go up a rook bishop exchange by traveling 2 turns in the past, but that somehow doesn't seem the most promising. We can actually hop this knight in here. I don't think that does a lot. Probably I want to develop my common king. I either want to develop my common king here or play a6. Develop my common king or play a6. Alternatively, if his knight hops in right now, it could play rook g8 as well. Or I could just jump the knight in. Actually, there's no way that he can actually kick this knight, is there? I don't know what it's doing here on this square. So I don't really know. Well, okay, so this bishop is actually singly defended. So we could do some fancy plays where we have a knight here. That's too crazy. Not gonna worry about it too much. I think common king up is the play. Well, we'll just develop. The fact that this bishop is here rather than this pawn being here, and this bishop defending that pawn. Well, first of all, I don't like the bishop here because it stymies development. It's just really awkwardly placed. I get why he did it, because we put pressure on this pawn. But now there is a little bit of a... Let's see. I mean, genuinely, if I could get like a knight staring down here, or to like try and exchange, we could play like knight out here, which looks weird, but pins the knight to this knight to the bishop. which makes kind of locks all of these pieces down. I think then common king up actually solves all of his problems. Knight out probably also solves his problems, but I mean the plan was maybe like knight h5, prepping knight f4 to put pressure here, and then you can like trade and then threaten like a knight travel mate or something like that, which maybe we can do, but we'll see. I know that I've locked my bishop in here, but I think this is fine. I think this is decent. Common king really holds down the fort. There's an argument to be made for this knight move, but I don't know. Captain, look out, there's a Jurassic rook headed our way. Tighten your belts, we'll make a maneuver to dodge it. Ooh. That's very weird. Because, like, why? I guess to prep pushing this pawn, yeah? Is that the idea? That must be the idea. Knight out here. Obviously he can't take because then we'll mate him. It would be like check, boom, mate. Does this mate? I can't help but feel like not moving the common king there was a big mistake. But maybe not. Weird. Maybe we just do whatever our plan was before. Knight here, and then if push pawn, then knight up like this. I'm not too worried. If like takes, I don't know. You just take back. In fact, you probably don't even take back. If takes, well, the next one he'll take with check, so that's kind of annoying. But am I missing any tactics here? I don't think so. I don't want to tunnel vision on anything. What does he do here? Maybe like defends with the knight or something? I mean, knights on the rim are bad knights. I think that's what they say. Knights on the rim suck. But I mean, I don't know. Is there any way to... Not really, right? Like the only way I can get there is here. Actually, if I go there, here, and then back to here on this board, then after it takes, nah, he just pushes up the common king. Yeah, I should stop dilly-dallying and actually just make moves. I'm not sure what move to make. If I push here, then maybe he just pushes. But then... What am I doing? Could also move the common king up. Whatever. I'm just going to go with instinct. He's pushing up a lot of these pawns. But he's doing so on my king side. I don't know. I feel uninspired. I feel like I'm not doing very much. I think it's because I'm still not awake enough to really think very like abstractly, big picture wise, so I'm kind of looking for like quick tactics which could lead to my demise. I think that I should play more sort of patient developing moves. I don't know what those moves are, but I mean I could strike on the flank here. This knight doesn't have like a lot of fantastic places to go, but also these pawns are kind of overextended. I don't really know what he does. I think that I'm gonna I was about to say I think that I'm gonna base my next move on what he does, but that's kind of the game of chess. So oops. Okay, so he does develop the knight to defend that Actually, you want to know something? This is this is kind of fantastic for me. Um, because now there's no way that the Common King can come to the defense of the bishop here. Uh, so is there like a clever way where I can... Is there like a clever way where I can take advantage of... Oh no, I can't. You know why? Because when I take this bishop 2 turns in the past, and then this pawn captures, when I recapture with the knight, this pawn, or sorry, this bishop from the future will capture like 1 turn in the past on the other timeline, the knight that is delivering the check, so it actually doesn't work. Um, which is a bit sad. But let's see here. Is there any way that I can really annoy this knight? Is there any way I can pester this knight? Because the knight is kind of pinned here. What is this bishop doing? What is this knight doing? If we move this pawn up, it enables our knight to hop back. Here, and then pushes, and then what? I don't really know. It's kind of annoying. It's not like anything fantastic opens up for us here when he attacks this pawn. Also want to activate this bishop. No, I think we've got to push this pawn. I think he probably pushes here. I'm not positive what we do. I don't really know. Pushes here. I guess we just wait to see what he does, right? Hey, Icemo's here. Never seen Icemo in my chat. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Or if I have, if he has, I haven't noticed. Just playing our game of the 5D Chess League Cup here in the semifinals against Aqua Baby. I'm very directionless. I don't really know. Hey, thanks for the follow, Icemo. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the stream. Hope you enjoy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What are we looking at here? We could kick this knight, couldn't we? We could kick this knight at the cost of this knight. Because like takes, well, I mean, Common King takes is always an option, but then we get this pawn, and then we get our knight into the mix. We've got a Common King defending c7, so actually probably this knight move is on the horizon for us. I don't really know what we're defending or what we're threatening here. I just don't want like this pawn to be able to defend this pawn if it tries to push up to e6 or something like that. I mean, if it goes e5, I don't know, it's kind of annoying because it blocks us on the long diagonal. I mean, obviously we don't want to open up this file, the d file with the royal queen on it, but you know, okay, Common King out is actually kind of what I expected. Yeah, I think he's got to activate his Common King here. Now the question is, now we can kind of make him lose a tempo if he enables us to do this knight sack. Then again, it's our knight that's like on our royal queen side. If he takes and recapture with the bishop, then I mean, just taking wins us this pawn, but I don't know how valuable that actually is. It's really hard to say. I'm at a surprising. Maybe we fianchetto this bishop because it just there isn't very much at all going on. Maybe we just fianchetto the bishop. I don't know if I want to throw this knight away like this. Alternative is developing our common king. I suppose if we wanted to be really ballsy, we could also play like an e5. And then after takes with the knight question mark. Leave our common king back to defend. If doesn't takes here, can he just ignore? Maybe he can just ignore. How do I get this bishop into the game? Okay. I don't want to flag. Knight out. Takes, threaten here. That seems annoying. Takes. I guess takes with the bishop. What have we really gained? Traded our e pawn for his f pawn. I think we just go for a frappuccino here. When in doubt, just develop your pieces. I don't know how else to make that bishop do work. I mean, it weakens c6, but we're about to go bishop c7, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I think it will make the idea of like knight d4 just more cohesive. And also with the fianchettoed bishop along the h1a8 diagonal, the idea of like f takes e4 becomes more interesting. If you got a bishop staring down here, then this actually does more for us. I think we have our pieces posture. This is interesting because it hasn't been a very dynamic game so far, which makes me a bit nervous. I think last game, it makes me nervous because I don't feel very like awake. And I don't have the validation of like a very tactical line that I can look down. It requires like higher level thinking to come up with a plan. This is also, I feel, my weakness in 2D chess as well. Like the mid game, like post development, but pre end game where the position is sort of solid. Not that, this is still pretty early on in the game. Like both of us just barely have all of our pieces developed, but I think formulating a plan in situations like these I find generally pretty difficult. For the aforementioned reasons, I think developing the common king there actually makes a load of sense. And I think as a result, we probably just go ahead with this fianchetto. And we want to develop our common king soon as well. We've got the double frappuccino set up. By the way, does Cement know about the 1024 turn global warming Jurassic Rook? I've heard about it. I didn't watch it. I think Crazy posted a video of it, yeah. Almost out of water. Why didn't I refill before stream? That's a rookie mistake. He posted 7 minutes of it? Yeah. Yeah, I saw. Absolutely absurd. This is gonna be a more. I think we gotta buckle up for a long ride here. We're about even on time. I probably honestly want to play a6 at some point just to take knight b5 off the table. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I don't know. Knight b5 and then this pawn push. maybe becomes annoying. We do have the Common King here just to get, hold down the fort with, like, d6 or c7 shenanigans, but, I mean, can never be too careful. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's reasonable. I think maybe now we take the opportunity to go up on time. Play a quick a6. It's an obvious move. I don't see any, it doesn't, like, very clearly weaken anything as much as it takes space here. I mean, it's kind of symmetric to his position, yeah. Now that f4 has been played and g3, possibly we can think about rotating our knight around. f6, g4. What it's doing there isn't 100% obvious. I mean, in this position, I would love to actually trade. Oh, interesting. Interesting rook maneuver. The thing is now, am I annoyed by this knight hopping in here? Because if I am, then knight here is actually a pretty bad play. But he's weakened his pawn structure. So what am I actually doing here? Okay. Hold up. Knight here. Okay, idea. I mean, if we can get a knight here and then force a trade, that'd be fantastic. Knight here, and he probably pushes the pawn, right? And then what do we do? I mean, this pawn's defended by the knight. The other thing is, if knight here and then knight here happens, then what are we really doing? Because then our knight is pinned to the bishop, and also there's a knight right here that I'm not very happy about. I am loath to push this pawn to take this square, though, because then if he pushes, it's like less variable as a recapture. I think we probably have to do this, though. For the sake of time, I think that we're just going to reposition this knight. And now if knight takes, pawn out. Okay, pawn up happens now. That's interesting. I didn't expect that because now there's nothing defending this pawn. And also I wouldn't mind trading for the Common King probably if the only piece that can recapture it is this... Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. After it takes, and we repin the knight to the bishop. I don't know. It's not clear. It was a Jurassic Queen, actually. Now that I remember, that obviously makes it less weird. Oh yeah. Well, if it's a Jurassic Queen, then nothing to see here. Just a 2 to the 10th power Jurassic Queen. It makes me happy that he chose 2 to the 10, by the way. 1024 is a nice round number. Well, we are up on time. I guess that's the other side. Whoa. Recapture there. That I did not expect. Wait. What? Okay, well, there is a long, interesting, it's not that long, but there's idea like if takes, then bishop takes threatens mate in 2 if I don't move this knight, or if I move this knight, because then after, bishop check, forced captures, knight here is mate. Maybe that's a good reason to, but I don't know, it's weird. I guess I don't want to let this pawn run rampant. Then again, who really cares? If I go knight here and then trade for the Common King, then he can't move this bishop anyway. And I'm threatening this pawn. It's not the most solid game plan to just give up pawns like that, but I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. Something about it feels somehow okay. Don't really know why. Because if we can trade for this common king here and he doesn't move his knight, like where's he gonna move his knight to, by the way? He can't move his knight here because after takes, you know, then we get a free piece. He can't move his knight here because there's no fucking point to doing that. I mean, I guess he could. There's nothing stopping him. But I like this because it means that we can take... I mean, I spoke about this at length with my previous Verse Royalty game in the anniversary tournament prelims against Taco Baby, which was also Verse Royalty, where I ended up kind of early on trading my knight for his common king in a way that I feel was very highly beneficial because it really stripped him of like a vital defensive resource in the position, which happened to work out for me. Here, I think similarly, like not only that, but if we trade here, then he has to recapture with the pawn, and that pins his bishop to his queen, right? Because if this moves, you know, like obviously the file's open, so he has to set up a way to recapture it with a different piece, and I don't see like a super obvious way that he can do that, especially because, for example, this knight is pinned, you know, this knight can't go here and defend the common king here. He could move the common king itself. I mean, pick up a free pawn, which isn't like the end of the world, but for him, but I don't know. Yeah, knight here, obviously, the knight is pinned to the bishop. So that makes problems for him. Also, we're going up on time, which is, I find incredibly valuable here. Okay, common king up is kind of what I anticipated. But now I get to check the queen. This square is undefended. I'm not sure that that's like super meaningful. I could maybe move, well, not really. There isn't a great place to move this knight to open the eyes of the, and maybe we can give him a check here just for funsies, just to buy time, really, mostly to buy time. Okay, so he moves the queen all the way away, which is interesting. What does this mean for us in the position? Well, it means that we actually don't have to worry about really moving this knight. We could take this and sort of force the common king up. Alternatively, we could play knight over. I like that. We could trade for it here, but then he recaptures with the bishop. I guess now this bishop is no longer hanging, but I don't really know. I'm feeling this move. Again, I think that we really want to moon first in this position because we're up on time and it's getting kind of low. So I think if we make like calm developing moves, you know, we can sort of be happy about our position. If takes here, probably recapture like this. I mean, that pawn's undefended, which isn't fantastic, but also it gets the pawn out of here, which is annoying. Like otherwise, maybe we could move our common king up. Oh, okay. So things are getting maybe a little spooky now. I think well, now if I capture this bishop here, I don't mind trading this knight for that common king. If I trade for this bishop, then I don't have to worry about this and I can activate my... I really like this. Double up his pawns in the middle. Get my rook into the game. And if he wants to make this trade, then that's cool with me. I think. Yeah, if he trades for this knight, I definitely recapture with the bishop. Common King's very happy right where it is. Yeah, and also, you know, obviously I'm threatening the Common King here as well. With the rook move. I think we're pretty happy. What do we do next? Maybe we start pushing up some of these pawns, yeah? We have the bishop pair, which I think might actually be valuable in this position. The weakening of the pawn structure here, I'm actually very happy with. I'm very happy with. Hey, Crazy's here. How's it going, Crazy? I'm playing my League Cup semifinals match against Aqua Baby. And Dave's here too. How's it going, Summit? Is that a new apartment I see? New house. But you know, yeah, pretty much new apartment. I found a nice big 6-bedroom that I'm splitting with a bunch of other physics grads. So I'm still not totally moved in. A lot of my stuff's still in boxes, but maybe a spoiler. Not looking. Andre's got some ideas that the chat can interact with. Wonder what we're gonna do here. Ooh, okay. We moved him back. That's interesting. Okay. Now we want to come up with a game plan. Actually, what if I just kick the Common King here? Wow, do I want to weaken my position like that? Well, Common King is like one of the only things that are Common King is like one of the only things that I think I do want to kick it. You know, I think that we've actually put ourselves in a position where I think I want to kick this. And if we like can trade and then open up some of these lines, I'm happy about that, because actually now that we've weakened, yeah, we have to think about, okay, I'm going to move first and then explain later. You know, in a situation like this where there's like a shift in the structure, you have to ask yourself, okay, what are like the new weaknesses that have opened up? So what's changed? We talked about how we weaken these pawns, which I'm pretty in love with. And the other thing is that we've moved the goalpost of the square that we're trying to expose from D1 to B1, right? So what are our new angles of attack? Well, we've got a singly defended pawn here again. But like, what was this pawn doing? This pawn was previously defending the B3 square, which wasn't a very big deal. But now, okay, let's hold on. First of all, this is a free Common King. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Actually, okay, it's a free Common King that enables us to threaten mate in 1. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm just going to moon first and sink subsequently. I'm in love with this. We have mate in 1 on the board. So he's got to defend B3. This worked out fantastically for us. We're up a piece. We're up a Common King. And our pawn structure is just much safer. We've got an active rook. Suddenly, I don't know how this happened. We're up on time. I don't know how this happened, but we are sitting very pretty suddenly. All of a sudden, we're sitting very pretty. Are the peace icons different for king, or am I tripping? Dave, this is reverse royalty. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite game mode in 5D chess. It's where the piece that you need to mate, well, we just won. Whew. GG. GG to Aqua Baby. Oh, man. He missed the... I mean, it happens. He was so low on time. Like, listen, I have missed so many 5D tactics under time pressure. That's like my brand. I've built like a 5D career on on missing tactics under time pressure. You know, so I can't blame anybody or point fingers or whatever. So I totally feel it. Like, I understand the missing of the tactic, but I think that it's possible that just like in the structure, I mean, it took me a few turns to realize like how the structure changed, right? It took me like, well, it really only changed after this. So really here, yeah, no, I guess it didn't take me that long, but like noticing that this trade that I set up enabled me to kick the only defender of this pawn out of here. And that was kind of the ticket to get us over the finish line there. It could have been messier, but I think in this end game and the fact that we have so much time, I really like our position better. But that was a GG. I mean, I was really lost in the mid game. I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what's happening. We're both developing pieces. I think we did a good. I always tend to overcorrect in these situations for like I need to make something happen immediately versus I need to play defensively to shut down the opponent's tactics. I'm actually very happy with this game in terms of like a signal of personal growth for me as a 5D chess player. Um, just because I think that like I was the whole game I was really back and forth on like okay, am I like developing in a way that's actually meaningful? Are my pieces misplaced? Like, am I going too far down the tactical 5D rabbit hole of like trying to uncover like a quick 3 or 4 move mate sequence? Or am I playing sort of waiting moves by not going for some like medium term push, you know, where I'm allowing my opponent too much time to like maneuver his pieces to get like a more robust attack than I have. And I think that I actually did. I mean, not to like be crazy and toot my own horn here, but I'm just very generally pretty critical of my gameplay, so I don't think that any of my viewers will misunderstand. But yeah, I think this was a good game. This was like a really solid game of reverse royalty. Really happy about it. Um, it's a huge load off my back as well, just because uh, this gets me into the finals for the League Cup, where I'll be playing against Los, our very own Los Brospiker. So that's really exciting. Fantastic stuff, man. Okay, big GG. Big GG to Aqua Baby. Okay. Wow.